Welcome to the Premier League Ultimate All-Time Dream Team. I'm your host Dan Brooks, and with me is the world's sharpest football brain, RZ, our very own football-obsessed robot.
Indeed, Dan. I am prepared for an in-depth analysis of the Premier League's best players, beginning today with the most critical position, goalkeeper. And let's not forget, I have already processed over 10 million saves from Premier League history.
You would, wouldn't you? Today we'll be picking the greatest goalkeeper to ever play in the Premier League. It's one of the toughest calls. There have been legends like Peter Schmeichel, Peter Čech, Edwin van der Sar, but only one can make it into our ultimate all-time dream team. By the end of the series, we'll have built two full teams, one mine, one RZ's, and you, the audience, will decide whose team reigns supreme. So, what are we looking for in our ultimate goalkeeper, RZ?
The criteria are clear. First, clean sheets, consistency in keeping the ball out of the net. Then, command of the box, how the goalkeeper controls their defense and reacts to high-pressure situations. Leadership, shot-stopping reflexes, and of course, performances in key matches.
You've got that right. But we can't forget their ability to make those game-changing saves, those moments that win titles. Personality counts too. A great goalkeeper has to be a presence, almost an aura. You need someone who strikes fear into attackers just by standing between the posts.
Fear and emotional response. Fascinating. But yes, presence is key. A goalkeeper must not just react, they must dominate the penalty area, instilling confidence in their defenders.
All right, let's dive in. It would be impossible to start without mentioning the great Peter Schmeichel, arguably the benchmark for all Premier League goalkeepers. The man won 5 Premier League titles with Manchester United. And who can forget his heroics in the 1999 Champions League final?
Schmeichel. His commanding presence and reflexes were remarkable. Over 128 clean sheets in 310 Premier League appearances and 5 league titles. His ability to marshal the defense, shout orders, and even get involved in set pieces was unparalleled. A traditional goalkeeper in every sense.
True, Schmeichel's leadership was second to none. He was a giant, literally and figuratively. But don't forget, we have someone like Peter Čech, who's not just consistent, he's the Premier League's all-time leader in clean sheets with 202. Plus, he holds the record for most clean sheets in a single season with 24.
Consistency is important, Dan, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Čech was excellent, yes. However, was he ever as commanding as Schmeichel? Did defenders look to him in the same way? Schmeichel's presence alone struck fear into strikers.
I don't know about that, RZ. Čech may not have been as vocal, but his calm, composed style was just as effective. I mean, let's not forget, he helped Chelsea win 4 Premier League titles and also overcame that horrific head injury in 2006. The man came back with a helmet and was still pulling off world-class saves.
Ah yes, Čech's recovery was admirable. However, I must point out that Schmeichel won the treble, including the Champions League in 1999. And he wasn't just saving goals, he was practically directing traffic for the entire backline. In the late 90s, Manchester United owed much of their dominance to him.
I agree, but Čech did something special too. He was a brick wall in Jose Mourinho's Chelsea defense, which remains one of the most impenetrable in Premier League history. He was the foundation of that team, and let's not forget, he also saved a penalty in the 2012 Champions League final.
True, but was Čech's defense-oriented Chelsea setup more about him, or about the defensive structure Mourinho had in place?
A fair point, but great goalkeepers make great teams better. Čech didn't just fit into the system, he made the system work. Besides, his longevity at both Chelsea and Arsenal, where he was still a leader in clean sheets, shows just how good he was.
Let us dive into the data. Schmeichel kept 128 clean sheets in 310 appearances, an impressive ratio. Čech, however, leads the charts with 202 clean sheets in 443 games. Their titles are comparable. Schmeichel has 5 Premier League titles, while Čech has 4.
Exactly. Those numbers speak volumes. But let's not forget another player who deserves a mention here. Edwin van der Sar. His calm, composed style helped Manchester United continue their dominance in the late 2000s, and he holds the record for the longest run without conceding a goal, 1,311 minutes, in the 2008-09 season.
Yes, Van der Sar was incredibly efficient, almost machine-like in his precision. But one cannot deny that Schmeichel was the original, a pioneer of modern goalkeeping in the Premier League. He didn't just save goals, he led by example.
I'll give you that. Schmeichel was a leader, but Van der Sar was so calm, so cool under pressure. He won United the 2008 Champions League final with that penalty save, and speaking of leadership, Petr Čech was the backbone of two top teams, Chelsea and Arsenal. No other goalkeeper in the Premier League can say that.
Leadership in two teams, yes, but Schmeichel was a constant force in one of the greatest football dynasties. His ability to step up in moments of pressure, like in the 1999 Champions League final, is why he must be considered the ultimate Premier League goalkeeper.
I see where you're going with this, but I still think Czech's consistency, his resilience, and his record-breaking clean sheets give him the edge. And let's not ignore his longevity. He did it for over a decade in the Premier League.
Consistency is commendable, Dan, but let us not be blinded by stats alone. Schmeichel's ability to dominate matches goes beyond clean sheets. His charisma, his leadership, and his sheer presence elevate him above others.
But Čech didn't just follow, he led from the back in two different eras, two different teams. His influence went beyond titles. He was the key to his team's defensive strength. All right, RZ, it's decision time. Who's going in goal for your ultimate all-time dream team?
My choice is Peter Schmeichel. His 5 titles, leadership, and dominance in the box make him the ideal candidate to lead my defense. There is no other goalkeeper as influential in Premier League history.
Fair enough, RZ, but I'm sticking with Petr Čech. His consistency, record-breaking clean sheets, and leadership in two of the top teams make him the ultimate goalkeeper for me.
Your participation is key to this debate. Help shape the ultimate all-time dream team by engaging with your votes and comments.
That's 1 position down and 10 to go. What do you think? Schmeichel or Čech? Or maybe Van der Sar? Let us know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. Who's your pick for the best Premier League goalkeeper of all time? Next time, we're moving up the field to the defenders. Stay tuned as we continue building our Premier League ultimate all-time dream team.